I think it's amazing. I think that the south of France coast gives you everything that you need. I think there's a bit of Gothic architecture and then a bit of Baroque architecture and then the seaside. And people are amazing. So I can't wait to come back. I think like currently my main inspiration would be the survival within the music industry. Definitely changes. It changes from some books I've read, some visuals that I've seen. I think mostly for musicians, I think as me, I think the visual and storytelling are the biggest inspiration rather than music. I think the progress of working on music and then creating something from when there is no sound and creating a beautiful piece of music that is always surprising when you hear it when it's fully finished and it's in its entirety. That something sounds way different than I thought it was going to sound, but better. It depends on who I work with, but performing I prefer a lot more because then there's fans that are there and they like the music and I can actually see their feedback in person. Yeah, that's my favorite thing. Well, I mean, there is nothing that I hate being an artist or don't like, but being a solo artist means that you have to wear so many hats, and the hats are different and some different material, different quality. Sometimes like they get too heavy, like a burden of music. So I think an artist like must really believe in the passion of music to continue because it's very difficult, and I don't like how difficult it is for artists and how much it is expected of them to be this perfect creature. Oh, thank you. This one's easy. I would change, I think learning about like the music industry and moving from my country into England, I was very happy to learn about different types of music and what you can create and what that my music, that's it, the pop music universe can be successful there, but it's also a very machine-like corporation. It has always been, but right now I think like they're followed too much these instant trends, musicians rather than really true passionate artists. So I would try and make the same place for everybody, or a similar place for everybody. Maybe more belief in artists, I think, is needed. Well, I love that as an artist, really. I do not truly invite anyone to do anything. I do what I kind of have the idea to do, and then I do it, and then I'm lucky other people like it. I have been lucky through my exposure 2 years ago, meet so many people that are very creative and have this passion and love for art. So my art as well. So it's a privilege to have people like that listen to my music. to heal means that you have to suffer or be in pain or anything that's kind of not a good feeling, and then you heal from it and then you become positive, or you learn or knowledgeable. I think not happy, but heal definitely. Heal by learning and critical thinking. I create music definitely now thinking about people who like my music, but I do release things that I want to release. I do not have a record label, so I am enjoying the freedom and risks and challenges that creating one type of music can bring. I am definitely thinking about like if people are going to like it, and I see faces of my fans when I make music, different types of music. I see different faces, so it became kind of engraved into one another. So yes, I release what I want to release, but I also do have these angels like watching over me. I'm working on it. It's definitely my dream to make a vinyl out to my first album, but I think that I can do both at the same time, and once I'm done with the potion making, I will be ready to like release it, and then people will hear it and hopefully enjoy it. And yeah, so I don't think I'll have a CD ever again, but I will have a vinyl. There is a tour in plan. Not really sure because I haven't confirmed 100%. I have postponed it a couple of times right now. But I will have a tour that I will visit the cities that have been very open to my music, and I would like to visit some new cities as well, and bring the concert back to my home country as well. So it will, it will be like I guess like soon. I wouldn't say this year, but next year. The Shadow Diaries are like a little entry diaries on my website that I communicate things that I don't think like I can communicate, or I didn't wish to communicate through music. And during the pandemic, while I was in between my projects, I had this collection of letters, and people could write me letters. I would respond to them all through the website, and now I have a kind of same thing. I'm writing back into the void. So it's like almost sitting in the dark with like a skull and a candle and thinking about the mortality of life, and just seeing what comes out from your brain. And if I do rewrite it, but I mostly free write it. So I start and then I stop, and then there are some sentences that I change and if I don't like. But it's a very quick piece of writing, and I just do it because I feel better. I think like people would like to read it, if it's the fans and people who like my music, they get to come inside my head and see what's going on there. before they listen to music. I don't know whether it's related directly. There's definitely things I think about and topics that are related to music. Yeah, definitely. My favorite one would be, I would say, The Little Prince. I always go to the same person in Belgrade to get my tattoos because I trust her. The Little Prince would be like a book about not being afraid to like let go and be inside an imaginary world and talk to invisible beings and shadows and not feel silly about it. And I think that book you can read as a child and as a grown-up, and it means a lot. And there's some people that like the book that are interconnected around the world. And every time I go to a certain country, I try and find a copy in the country's language, and I bring it back. So I have like loads of. Well, I'm not really sure. I mean, I don't. The only thing I can communicate would be to make music and let it out into the world, and they support it in the ways you support music. I think definitely would be good to like because I do projects on my own, and if there's like a lot of time that there's a lot of times that like I have to postpone stuff, and I can't constantly release music, and there is this constant fear of disappearing into the dark, and if you don't release, then you will be forgotten. And I feel like my music brings a lot of this beautiful darkness, and the times I don't release, it's almost like there's this big artificial shining light that like removes all the shadows, and I don't exist, and I need to like constantly have that light not turn on. But the lights, I guess, are on, but I think I'm like to be patient, I guess. That could be one of the things.
Okay,
and
so
stay. I don't know. My I think I went live on TikTok too much that I've answered all of the questions.